Southport Watch House, I remember going to Brisbane Correctional Centre. So that was the men's maximum security jail. So it's like a sentence prison for people who had been sentenced. Um, so at that time, I was actually still on bail, but there was only one section. Back then, the Brisbane Boys Yard section was only for 17-year-olds. Anyone under 17 went to like a juvie, and anyone over that went to adult jail. So I suffered my abuse in that jail at the hands of a prison officer. On my 18th birthday, I was taken from Brisbane Correctional Centre to Arthur Gorrie Correctional Centre. I was pretty scared that very first day of jail, because I'd just been through the abuse. I watched movies. When I got there, institutions don't discriminate. There's a lot of bigger, older men. There's First Nation mob, Pacific Islander, Maori, Asian mob, white fellas. Everyone was there. Big tattooed men. And I remember I first walked into the jail yard, and it looked a lot different compared to Brisbane Correctional Centre. This was the older style jail, and when I was there, I remember I walked into the yard. So on your right hand side of the yard, there's like a jail yard. So there's three tiers. So I'm on the middle tier now. On your right hand side was a jail yard, and so people are out there like cutting laps, like you see in the movies. There's like people on prison phones, people playing cards. There's tune-up bars, dip bars. So behind you is a place called the Fishbowl. So a good example of a fishbowl would be like that piece of glass there, but it's like a little room so the screws can sit behind it and be protected. They hide in there. And if you want to put any forms in to put money on your phone or put numbers on your phone, you have to sort of speak through that glass to them, to the screws, so they're hiding behind there. So anyway, to your left-hand side, there's a toilet. In prison, a toilet is called a brasco. It's like jail language. So you got your brasco, you got your kitchen, similar to this. You don't have very much. There's a laundry. So that's the middle tier. So there's a top tier and then there's a bottom tier. So as you go to walk down the bottom tier, I've seen these guys doing something. I didn't know what they were doing. They were mixing up having a shot. They had this really big spoon. I didn't know what they were doing. I sort of just was like, oh shit, they were having a shot, injecting. So that same needle, that same big spoon they were using, it got, at dinner that night, the food gets brought down in trays and they use that same spoon that they mix up on to eat, like for serving our food. I was just like, oh, what have I got myself into?